Well, from a city that normally gets only about 20 inches of snow a year, they're getting a pretty good wallop right now as we're at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Welcome again, one and all. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Brandon Gundonhan alongside Charles Davis. And yes, the storyline here, the weather, snow, and more of it expected as this game continues. So how will that impact how this one goes?
Can these teams ignore the distraction and the strangeness of playing in a snow game? Because it actually affects the crowd as well. That big roar you get is often muffled when there's a snow game. And the second part, what's the footwear you got on? Does that fit the turf you're playing on? And how will it handle as things get a little bit slick?
So here's the Viking offense making their way out. At a glance here at the quarterback standing 6'3".
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yards with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for 100 yards one week and then run for 100 plus the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
Well, he was hit as a foot there, and that one winds up incomplete.
We have to see what kind of looks this defense is going to throw at them as this game moves along. But they're in a zone to start. I do think we'll see plenty of man coverage as we move along, but the first throw of this one, incomplete.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Play action. Now Wentz. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Here we go. Throwing now is Wentz. Pass complete to the right side. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. Wentz going to go on 4th down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. 1st down.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys have the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
Flating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. And on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. Second and 10. The 40s. Now Wentz. And that was too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes 9.9 times out of 10, just missed out.
The seventh play now in this opening drive. This is third and long now. To throw, it's Wentz. And he goes down. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on third down.
Okay, I'm not sure you can actually call a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually for a huge loss.
Going for Jefferson downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. So just shy of midfield, they tried it. Didn't work out. What did you think?
I thought that they should have run the ball away. Should have gotten rid of it and played defense with better field position. Look, I'm as aggressive as anyone wanting to go for it on offense, but in this situation, I don't know that there's any risk. I mean, what's the reward for your risk here? I would not have done that. My only explanation is this coach, he may want to be involved with us. He may have a three-man start starting next week if he keeps up with those decisions.
And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. Well, you know, paramount for this defense is trying to keep Lamar Jackson somewhat contained when he tries to run. They did a pretty good job out there.
And you know it's so difficult for every defense has to remember Lamar Jackson. You have to think and play at the same time. And I know that sounds like something you're supposed to do. But when you have to think about your assignments against him, it often slows down your feet. You don't miss back. You got to be prepared for this guy every step of the way. And then try to match his athleticism.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
The line to gain is the 33 on third down. To throw is Jackson. In the middle of the field, he's got a man complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation.
You got to be a good receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. First and 10 at the 13-yard line. Now it's Jackson. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete. Quarterback
never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it'll be tipped up and picked off.
Here's second and 10. Jackson. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover in the end zone. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a third and 10. Now Jackson. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he bust through, dropped it for an 8-yard loss. Jackson and the rest of the offense staying put. They will go for it on fourth. Now it's timeout call for the offense. They'll have two remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Fourth down, it's time for the Baltimore field goal. On the left hash mark, this is a 38-yard attempt. This has the accuracy. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Brandon, you can show a shocker here. I mean, this is pretty close to chip shot range. Most kickers are going to top the net, maybe over the net. And I know they can get blocked. Yet it doesn't even get there.
Wentz now to throw. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Now Wentz. Finds his man. There's George Anderson.
They sure put the coverage guys in the first time when they thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Now Wentz. That is caught. And he will have a Vikings first down. They're able to get the third down conversion. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here in the first quarter.
We have, and I think it works both ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers. Now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he gets it to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
And that's what will energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown with the defense. You've got to make plays on the edge.
No score after one on EA Sports. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter. As they got it for first and 10. On play action, it's Wentz. That's the left sideways got Miller. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And it's second down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step on the field.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Wentz. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Working from the gun, Wentz. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will the Vikings first down as he'll be running down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6.
And that was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. Third and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for the first down.
Up the middle, Jones. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them moving, but still all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to see what you're going to do here on second down.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and he can get Jones. So they need 6 yards here on third down. They're 2 for 2 on third down tries so far on this drive. Wentz going to throw. Got it open man finding Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
So for the 17 now, here's a first and 10. Jefferson going to go in motion right.
Delay game. Offense. That penalty is declined.
Now we've got movement up front. And I think this is going to be Minnesota. Moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
The false start backs about 5, first and 15. After the penalty, it's Jones. And the rolling lanes next to the next touchdown possession behind the line.
Brings up second and 17 at the 20-yard line.
And now they'll shift things around. Throwing up second. Wentz going underneath. He's got Hockenson. So the completion for 7 yards. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards.
What's not cool about the game there on second down? That was a positive play because that was a take what you can get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
The Vikings on third down. They've converted 3 out of 3 thus far. This is third and 10. To throw Wentz. He gets it to Hudson. And they'll get him down short for first down, right on the 10-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to make it 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding the position, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. 2 minutes on the clock, and it's been a scoreless first half. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? They'll go for it. It's Wentz. Pass taken by his big tight end. And the Vikings are getting first and goal as they try to finish off this drive to 6 points. Both sides are rolling for the breath there. 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front. But somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Jones is going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5. Back
back at the 5-yard line now, second and goal.
It's also blood. Brings up second and
Here's Weston. Under pressure, sacked at the 10. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. And goal. Winston on the first goal. He's got his man.
no way!
A 9-yard touchdown. And
the Vikings post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead in the second quarter.
Now the extra point drive on coming. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. So that amazingly a 17-play drive. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Raven offense has taken over late in this first half. And with it trailing, there's still enough time to try to string a few plays together and maybe get into field goal range. Just over 30 seconds to go now. They've got it first and 10. Now it's Jackson. That's complete to Sean Bateman. And he gets it switched shy of 40 down at the 39. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop about 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. Jackson. And that nearly intercepted. The free safety moving into position, almost had it. Second down. Here's Jackson. The Vikings have to and they get there for the sack. Javon Hargrave. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now after that sack, it's third and long for Jackson and the Ravens. He'll look to throw. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
Facing fourth down, more punt. Jordan Stout out there. Back deep for the Vikings. Smash place. That'll go down just the 20-yard line. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime.
Vikings now to start their next drive.
And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. A final shot before half wins. That's down the field for Jefferson. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Malachi Starks. And he'll be brought down on what will be the final play of his first half.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone. Scott Hansen in Orlando. I promise you the weather is much nicer than what we've been watching. But who doesn't love a snow globe game? And the meteorologists tell us we're in for more of it in the second half. So time now to head back out and join our podcast team, Brandon Goddard and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thank you. And you see it there, whiteout conditions remaining in effect as we are back for the second half. Not much has changed since we left you at halftime. The snow is still continuing to fall as we are back underway. And he'll stop at the 25. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. This is a game that's been fairly starved for offense. Really not much in that first half. We'll see if they can get something going here as we look toward the third quarter.
And not just a chance to call your offense going, but to raise that small seconds of the current. I think they send a pretty powerful message to the opposite sideline. They drive right down the field coming after that.
And Jackson can get away, and he'll go down. That would have set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down of the sack. After the sack, it's second and 19, and the lead gets a bit tougher from here. Jackson. His throw incomplete.
And his drive was almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An
incomplete pass on that last play. That means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
A short throw caught by Andrews. Jackson runs to the offense and staying put. They were able to they'll try and throw for it here. That went out wide and intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Run. Go.
In motion, right is Anderson. They'll fake it up to jet sweep instead. Hand off up the middle. And he is stopped right at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. They'll go again to Jones. And he's going to be getting close to first down to the Raiders' 18-yard line. That second down, not a big help. The 7 yards leaves them with just a third and 3 now. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Now Wentz. Addison holds it in. And he may be getting to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Wentz going to go on fourth down. And it's incomplete. Not converted. And they turn it over. The Vikings unable to convert here on fourth. And that will force a turnover on downs. Well, they were 2 for 3 on fourth down drives. Now they're unsuccessful. That brings them down to 50%.
But that's a percentage you have to feel pretty good about. You know, 2 for 4, 2 for 3 before that. When it finally gets stopped again, that's okay. That's the type of team that will keep pressing. This situation, they continue to go for it.
Jackson going to keep it.
And he gets it right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. The import straight over there gets it 6 and it'll be second down.
Second and 4.
To throw Jackson. And that'll be incomplete.
We've seen these defenses making up opportunistic plays to keep this from low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball. And we see yet another Aaron Flores result.
Complete. And all the way down to the 35. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 41 yards.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this whole crowd. They have been getting much cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd preview can have on a game.
From
Viking territory now. They come up 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
And he'll power ahead. Only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
The interest in the halftime makes having to figure out how to create space for the running game to get operated.
Well, you pointed out to me as half
Seems accurate. That line, that's strictly the sustained.
Yeah, I would agree with that. So they've got something else going on their double teams at the first level. Make sure they're not secure before they slide off and try and chip someone on the second level.
Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs. Able to improvise and get the first.
First and 10 at the 22 line.
Off the play
Fake, he moved it throw.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble. And it's second down.
Second and 6.
They go
Play action now. Jackson.
Now
Nearly the RPO will keep it.
And that off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
His impatience has to be fumbled over, trying to find a way to get to the end zone for the first down. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to find receivers a little extra time, but the connection could be made on that third.
Jackson going to keep it. And able to get this to the side of 15, the 13
before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. They'll run 4th down. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. Derrick Henry denied here on 4th down. And it'll be turned on downs. And they now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in. If you're on defense, your confidence is high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3, we're giving up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up touchdowns. They've got to get right about it.
Out route to Jefferson, and he's got 2 yards on the pickup there. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
Here's a different man defense when it's an out route, and what you have to do on that one is a receiver got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball to good timing, and they get it done.
And he's taken back in his own set. Kyle Hamilton running up from his safety spot and earning the sack. The offense staying out there. They're at 50%, 2 quarters for the game. What can they do here on 4th down? And it's not going to be able to get another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Vikings in possession of the football in the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. To
To
throw,
throw to Wentz.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Vikings unable to convert here on fourth. And now, boy, the ball's going to go on down here inside the 10-yard line. Throwing is Jackson. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson hooking up with Mark Andrews. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. And we are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for two, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Tyler Loop now with the extra point. At home, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point.
You don't got Tucker. You don't got Justin Tucker.
Now he's back out there to pull this away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
And now much happening on the return. So he's start the 23. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football. High percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you. And make sure they touch it.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. Mark it down to 39. 16 yards right off the bat for first down.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the third quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football and be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
From up
Near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another first and 10.
And that's going to get a gain of 7 to the 47. They like to give it a slot and catch it up.
I think that's compared to heading on until they stop that run. Why not go back to him? He has something really well. Great work in position. And they keep making the connection.
And he stopped after a gain of 1 enough. Still able to go on third down. Now Wentz. Looking to the field. He's got it down. And he has the Vikings first down as they make it a two-point conversion. He's been the go-to guy. Now they need to play there on third down when his way worked out.
It doesn't matter whether they scout him or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing a connection.
So in even territory now, there's a first and 10 at the 43. Now I hand it off to Galactus Jones. And he's going to lose yardage here. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It shifts their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Wentz now to throw. And this throw complete. Now the defender all over it that time. It's going to lead to third down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball is coming out high. They expect it. They got there and left it free.
possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. Now Vance. And it's nice and jump play. Right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you wanted. Anytime they wanted to throw the football, there was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Now let's see how the offense still out there. They like to go on 4th and 11. Play action. Now Vance. He's got his target. Past the 30, almost to the 25. A defensive breakdown allows him to pick up 16 on 4th down. So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. First and 10 inside the 30. Wentz. Looking for assistance. He's getting started again. That was the ninth play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards on it.
Nothing fancy on first down, a very consistent type of play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is complete. Because you get a guy like that, the offense can go for big yards.
Sets it up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Catches made by Hickenson, too. And the Vikings are going to have a first and goal once the tackle made at the 10-yard line.
And the tight end is certainly positioned built to move the chains because they control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is that right in the sight lines of the quarterback just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to kick him out and deliver.
So first and goal, 6 points here. We go a long way toward wrapping this one. To throw this one in. That is good to the 7-yard line.
But if it's a long yardage there now, in this situation, it should be in no hurry to run the play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's second and 1. Back to throw. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. Still an important piece of business to take care of for the extra point. It's up. It's good. Score 14-6. That one at the Bucs has a 12-play drive. And George Addison capped it off with a touchdown catch. The kickoff unit is out on the field and send this one away. And
And they'll get this across the 20, but that's
further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens, here they come. Down 14-6. Less than 90 seconds to go. They need a touchdown, of course, a two-point conversion as well. Throwing Jackson. That's complete. Safe Flowers with it. It's going to be a nice pickup there. So takes a pretty good break at the end.
Brings up second and 2 at the 30.
Jackson going to keep it. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double the pleasure for sure. They get the first and take the timeout. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk over after picking up the first down. Now Jackson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays at home. So there's a ball comes out.
And the Vikings pick up the football. And they were hoping to get down there and get the score and get this thing in overtime. How deflating.
Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, heartbreaking. They had an opportunity, had a chance, and probably were feeling pretty good about what was going on. And that was taken away from them by their own mistake.
The opportunity squash. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over.
And this one, but the
shouting, you might say. Well, there's one time remaining defensively, but they don't really need to use it here. Yeah, the only time they use it, strictly for fun. Winston throw.
Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. Viking first down, that should be the one that gets them to the finish line. To throw is Wentz. Caught on the right side by Jones.
And we see another catch catch to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing quickly there.
I see the smiles in your face there, partner. That is a rare completion for him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. They need to get this to the 24 on third down. Go. Here's a give to Jones running left. And he is going to lose yardage here. This offense has gone for it 5 times already. They're now going to go for a 6th fourth down drive. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Well, no shot here for the 7th time in this game. It appears he'll go for it on fourth down. Winston throw. Oh, that is incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on fourth. And they force a turnover on downs. They'll come up first and 10 here. Jackson. This is incomplete.
One thing we're wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it halfway.
And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. One last shot for Jackson. He's going to fly. Come on,
That won't be easy.
Break down the touchdown later. It's 2-point conversion time. Go to your script, pick your play, and go for it.
Bro.
No time on the clock. Are we going to overtime, or does it end right here? One final shot. They'll look to throw.
There's nobody home. End zone.
Picked up by Harrison Smith.
Vikings 14, Ravens 12.
So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And this one was about what you would expect in a game that was played in Brussels. So not a lot of points, not a lot of big plays, but they did enough to get out of here with the victory.
Certainly did. It's going to be a lot of fun from watching the game and imagine what it's like out there in those conditions. Not as much fun for the people designing the play, trying to call the game, and of course trying to execute on the field. I know this. Anyone who's watching our game today that's in this area and has this same type of weather, they just love going outside play a little football today. This looks like too much fun, doesn't it?
It does. We had a blast going. Hard to see at times in the second quarter, but we made it. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire. I'm Brandon.
Yeah.